Nah. That will do.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the best-selling game on the Nintendo Switch, but does it deserve to be?
Mario Kart 8!
Do you hear that sound? That is how you know you're in for a good time. Mario Kart has been a staple on the Nintendo consoles since the SNES era, and the world is a better place for it. The concept is simple. Take some karts, take some Marios, take some cool tracks, and add some fun. What are you left with? A game that consistently outperforms generation after generation. Even during the Wii U era, when Nintendo home console sales were at an all-time low, the game still managed to sell beyond what you would expect. Mario Kart 8 released on the Wii U in May 2014 and managed to sell more than 8 million copies on a console that sold less than 14 million units. That means that more than half of the Wii U owners also own Mario Kart 8. The game is a phenomenon that manages to capture gamers' hearts over and over with every iteration of a game. Mario Kart 8 that was released on the Wii U is known for being a fun game but suffers from a terrible case of bad battle mode. Along comes the Nintendo Switch and everyone is anticipating the next big Mario Kart. And what we got was... Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was released worldwide in April 2017, which was shortly after the release of the Nintendo Switch, and it received mostly good reviews from critics and fans. It is a souped-up version of the Mario Kart 8 that was released on the Wii U. Each Mario Kart game has some new feature going for it, and the feature going for Mario Kart 8 is the new anti-gravity racing, which allows for some crazy race tracks. Nintendo started with a solid game and tweaked it to be more in line with what it should have been. But before we delve too deep into that, here is a word from our sponsor.
Tupperware lids. Why even bother with containers?
So, what are a few things that makes Mario Kart 8 Deluxe so much better?
It's on the Nintendo Switch for one.
All the previous DLC characters and tracks have been added to the game, along with 5 new characters to give you the full Mario Kart 8 experience. They polished the overall performance and managed to make the game consistently run at a smooth 60 frames per second at 180p docked and 720p in handheld mode. They fixed the battle mode, which was terrible on the Wii U, but we will get into that soon. The items have been tweaked, adding some new and bringing back some old ones. There are new unlockable Mii costumes and some new kart parts. And the characters can now hold 2 items instead of 1. When you launch Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on your Switch, you are greeted with a smile. It is yours, and you feel happy. On the main menu, you can choose between single player, multiplayer, local and online modes. You can also check your stats and see how you have performed in different races. If you're one of those weirdos that owns an amiibo, you can register a very select amount of amiibo in order to unlock different Mii suits for your Mii character to race around in. But why, Nintendo? Why must you always make your amiibo feel insignificant? You could add costumes for almost every amiibo available, yet you choose to always make the amiibo features limited.
Why? Why? Why?
If you want to look back at the past, you can watch highlight reels from previous races in the Mario Kart television section. I found the look and feel of the MKTV to be quite charming. In the help menu, you can have a look at the overview of all the features and get familiarized with the different game mechanics. And finally, you can connect a Labo for the ultimate fun. As fun as it might sound, the Labo steering is terrible. Well, at least for the bike Labo. It kind of feels like you are trying to drive around using a house. The experience was of such a nature that even my son, who insists on using the steering wheel attachment time and time again, was done with the Labo gimmick after one race. Once you jump into one of the game modes, you need to decide what type of game you want to play. You get Grand Prix, Time Trials, Versus Race, and Battle Mode. But before I jump into that, here is another word from today's sponsor.
Tupperware lids. Every time a sock disappears, a new lid appears.
The Grand Prix is the staple race mode in Mario Kart and works mostly similar throughout the series. You get different tiers that cater to every level of gamer, increasing in speed and making you change your driving tactics as you go faster. 50cc is a relaxed speed that is easy for new and non-gamers to join in. Then you get 100cc, amping up the speed and offering a new level of challenge. And finally, there's 150cc, offering the best Mario Karting experience. You also get 150cc mirror mode, where you race the tracks in the opposite direction, for when a normal 150cc just doesn't cut it anymore.
You also get 200cc, but that mode is for psychopaths and serial killers.
200cc was originally added in an update to the original Mario Kart 8 and is ridiculously fast. When racing at the speed, it is easy to see that the tracks were clearly not designed for it. You need to be careful where you boost or speed up because it can cause you to easily run off a track. The way you race needs to switch up with each speed. If you try racing at 50cc the same way that you race 150cc, you're gonna have your ass handed to you. If you want to test out your speed and see how fast you can go without interference from other players, you can hop into time trials. Players can select one of the available tracks to race and try to set the best time they can. This is also a good way to get to know the tracks with all their shortcuts and find the optimal places to drift and cut corners. Did you know that you travel faster while driving than while gliding? Well, that is what I found when trying to set the best time I could in TikTok clock. You can also race against the Ghost Racer to further see where you can improve your time. Versus races are mostly the same as Grand Prix races, but it allows you to set up races with your own rules, such as whether to race in teams and collect a combined score, the difficulty of computer races, the amount of races, and the items that appear. You then get Battle Mode, but this time, it's good. The Battle Mode has completely been revamped and is no longer the mess it was in the original Wii U version. Gone are the awkward repurposed racetracks, and in comes 8 awesomely designed Battle Mode tracks, of which 3 are returning retro tracks and 5 are newly designed tracks that suits its purpose better. There are 5 different types of Battle Mode, which are the classic Balloon Battle Mode, Bomb Blast, Coin Runners, Shine Thief, and the newly added Renegade Roundup. In balloon battles, each player has a number of balloons attached to their cart and have to use items to pop opponents' balloons. This mode also now uses a point-based system, such as in Mario Kart Wii and Mario Kart 7, as opposed to the survival system which was in the original Mario Kart 8 and all the Mario Karts to allow for the fun or horror to continue for everyone playing. Bomb Blast is essentially the same as balloon battles, with the biggest difference being that bombs are the only available items. In Shine Thief, a player must get hold of a Shine Sprite and hang onto it for a certain amount of time, while all of the other players try and take them out and get hold of the Shine Sprite themselves. While holding onto the Shine Sprite, a player's top speed is reduced, making it harder for them to escape from other players. Coin Runner was introduced in Mario Kart Wii and also makes a return in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Oh look, a penny.
In this mode, players have to collect as many coins as possible and stop their opponents from doing the same before time runs out. There is no set number of coins that can be collected, as opposed to Mario Kart 7's limit of 10 coins. And finally, we have the newly introduced Renegade Roundup, which plays out like a game of cops and robbers. Races are split into either renegades or authorities. Renegades need to try and escape being captured by authorities and try to rescue their captured teammates. If any renegades remain free at the end of the match, they win. The authorities, on the other hand, are equipped with piranha plants that are used to capture renegades and place them in jail cells. If all renegades can be captured, the authorities win. The newly revamped Battle Mode is a breath of fresh air for this upgraded version of Mario Kart 8, and things can get super intense at times. But do you know what is even more intense? This message from our sponsor.
Tupperware lids. You're never alone, there's always more around.
The best part of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has to be the multiplayer and online races. You can play with up to 4 players on one system for the ultimate racing party fun, if you have enough controllers. You can use a Joy-Con pair, Pro Controller and even single Joy-Cons. A lot of the modes allow the option for players to participate in teams, which can help less experienced players team up with better players. All characters from Mario Kart 8 and the DLC return, and some new faces are also thrown into the bunch. Originally, some characters had to be unlocked by completing certain races, but in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, they are all just there, and readily available from the start. This is great for returning players, but takes away from the sense of progression in the game, as it is all just there from the start. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe offers the widest selection of characters of any Mario Kart game so far. Each character has unique statistics, giving them different advantages in different aspects of racing. You have a bunch of stable Mario characters, Inklings from Splatoon, Link from The Legend of Zelda, and Villager and Isabelle from Animal Crossing. The only problem I have with the roster is all of the Koopalings. They ultimately feel like a cheap way of expanding a roster instead of giving a wider variety of characters, like Metal Waluigi. The one thing you can unlock in the game are different car parts, which are karts, wheels, and gliders. Each part offers different stat advantages. These come in different forms, shapes, and sizes, and it can be quite fun to put different combinations together. When gaming for fun, the stats don't really matter much. But when you do race competitively, every stat point counts. There are 48 racetracks, with new ones and some revamped racetracks from previous Mario Kart entries that suit the game's gimmick better. Each racetrack has its own uniqueness and fun factor, with the Excite Bike track being my favorite. The tracks are super fun, and the anti-gravity racing gimmick is at its best when you don't realize you're upside down and you see other racers zooming past you on the roof. There is a new smart steering feature that is activated from the start and prevents players from going off course, but it also prevents them from taking certain shortcuts. This feature is activated from the start and actually needs to be turned off to gain full control of your kart. It is a welcome feature that helps less experienced players have more fun. It limits certain advantages, so it won't ultimately make you a champion without the necessary input. My biggest problem with Mario Kart 8 is the absence of any kind of story mode. This limits the replayability for single player, and pushes the worth of a game more towards the competitive and multiplayer side. Any kind of story related progression would have been an upgrade. They also have removed the inclusion of stamps, which were earned for completing certain tasks, and could be used in the Miiverse app. Although the Miiverse is not present on the Nintendo Switch, the collections of stamps and the task could have added a little extra to single player mode. The exclusion of a winner podium at the end of races also feel like there's something missing from victories, and instead you get to see some highlights, a cup, and the final scoreboard. The best option they could have actually gone for is this message from our sponsor.
Tupperware lid. I've used one as a plate on multiple occasions.
After all these years, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is getting new DLC in the form of 48 newly revamped courses from previous Mario Kart installments, which will release in different waves. This game still has years to go before we get the next Mario Kart. Something I would also like to see is more characters from different Nintendo IPs releasing as playable characters alongside the DLC. Both versions of the game have sold a combined total of more than 51 million copies worldwide, and it is easy to see why everyone loves this game. I would recommend Mario Kart 8 for its multiplayer and competitive aspects, as that is where most of the fun lies. But if you mainly game alone, the game can get a bit stale after a while.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is a must-own game on the Switch that appeals to gamers of all different kinds of skill levels, and is an awesome game to boot up for a multiplayer or competitive session. Wait, what's this? Ah! Join us next time as we talk about gaming related content.